So today I am very, very pleased to be here with the Chiwendu Aneke.
Who am I? Who am I? Who am I?
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank
wow,
you.
wow,
You're
wow,
welcome.
wow,
You're welcome.
Wow, so she just graduated
Big
from
fan.
the Faculty of Biological Sciences.
Yeah.
Our set, actually, we all graduated together, but why is she here today? She achieved a great feat, graduating with a CGPA of 4.87. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are.
4.87. Marvelous. From the Department of Microbiology, no less. That department is, let me just tell you. Let me just do you know what's so amazing? To tell you how hard that department is, no one else was able to get even anywhere close to that CGPA. Every other person I was seeing 3 point something.
No. We had 4.4.
4.4.
4.4. Just that I was the only first class on the list.
Thank you.
That's the only.
It was crazy. It was.
know, right?
I saw the list. I was just shouting. Anyway, let's get right into the video. I'm sure you want to know, how did you achieve it? This is a department that gives people FF. If you know what I mean.
Anyways.
A very tough department. So everybody wants to know, how did you achieve it? How did you get there? What did you do? But before we start, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah.
You know, what would you want us to know about you?
All right. Thank you so much. So as she has rightly stated, my name is Chiwendu Aneke. I'm the last child of my parents.
Wow.
Yes.
Last born, they work hard too.
Yes, please. Oh, it's not just, people say last born, they don't do, please. I'm the last child of my parents. And come on. We're actually very, very hardworking. So yeah, right into it. And I graduated from the Department of Microbiology. And I love content creation. Yeah. I love to put those videos together and
Yeah. Oh my
so
God.
yeah,
You need to see her videos.
that's what I do for fun. Like, it's not just microbiology.
Online. She's really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I just want to officially say congratulations on being the best graduate student from your faculty. All right. So before we get into it, I just want to know, was microbiology your first choice, or did you have another course that you applied for and
or maybe Jam gave you,
Yes, what happened?
I know. Anyways, yeah. To the great surprise of many, microbiology was my first choice.
Wow.
I mean, I me put them for Jam.
Are you serious?
They did not
give you.
They did not dash you. Yeah. So yeah, microbiology was my first choice.
The motivation. Why microbiology?
Yeah, okay. Actually, growing up, I have always wanted to be, that growing up. I was not the girl with medical doctor vibe, nursing. No. Many people think maybe I wanted to be a medical doctor or whatever, but I just wanted to be higher than my mom. So my mom is a primary school teacher, sorry, and I just wanted to be higher than her. So, and I learned that the only way you can be higher is when you're a lecturer, a professor. You're no longer in the field of primary or secondary school. You want to now go into a higher university.
Yes.
So I said, okay, fine. And I was actually thinking that there was a course called lecturing. I was thinking there was a course called.
It's okay. It's terrible.
It's okay.
Nobody tells you about the course.
Nobody tells you about university. See, when you get to SS3, when you're about to register for JAMB or whatever, you not start hearing of things. So yeah. So so that was the first thing I needed to debunk from my mind, right? So that was when my chemistry teacher told me that there was nothing like a course lecturing. So you have to think of something. And yeah, I think along that period, I stayed. My sister was serving at Akwa Ibom, right? So her roommates then was the best graduating student of microbiology, UI.
Yeah.
And then I've always wanted to go to UI, that's University of Ibadan. So yeah. Yeah, the whole first and the best.
The best.
I was also, but then thank God I didn't go there.
I applied.
Oh, I actually applied though. I wrote positive me.
Me too.
I wrote positive me too, but then
I didn't
whatever happened. Thank God I went to UNN. I mean the only university in Nigeria actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank God. So that was what happened. So I got to know about the course microbiology, and then I did my research. I was also looking at human physiology at some point. Okay. I was looking at med lab science, medical laboratory sciences. Yeah. But after checking the whole lot of things, calculating one or two. I just fell in love with microbiology, and that was how
So
I
what,
got
what
to
was
jam.
it? What was that one thing?
That one thing was that it kept ringing to me like this is the bedrock of science. That ability to be able to study these microorganisms that you cannot see. I don't want to do what people can see. I want to be unique. That was it actually. That was it. I wanted to like study what that thing that we cannot see.
Yeah.
And then funny enough is that's those microorganisms that we cannot see with our bare eyes actually.
Important.
Yes, those are the most important. I mean, you can't be talking about medicine without that. Many of the, although 99% of them are actually beneficial, but then talk about the ones that, yes, they are, yes, actually, yes. But then talk about the ones that actually cause diseases and infections. So it was really interesting to me at that point. Yeah.
Wow.
So I had to just go for it.
That's because microbiology was one course I feared. I dreaded. I was like, what are all these names? Why are we talking about things we cannot see? What do you mean? And as a biochemist, I just love the mixing
of reagents. You see the change. Yeah.
I just love the, but hearing you talk about it has really made me to see it from a different angle.
Please,
honestly,
please do.
That's why you have to meet people that are passionate about their, because this is actually a real issue. In secondary school, we are not told enough about the courses, in university. So a lot of people end up going into courses that they don't even have any passion about, because they don't.
Their daddy told them put it, or their secondary school teacher told them put this course, they'll give you admission, and they just go on and put it. It is now when they get into the university that you now start finding their
So when you like she had to do some research. Okay, this course is about this course is about, before she now chose, that will actually make you come into school, and from day one, you're already passionate.
Even when I got into school, especially UNN, this our school, right? So there was a bad PR about the course. Anybody you tell, I can remember one girl in hostel. She was asking me what course, like as a first year student.
Yes.
So she was asking me what course, and I said microbiology. Say that department. I was like, hey, what have I done? What have I got to myself into? So it was that crazy, like the whole bad PR. It was that crazy, and I was like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? They say if you just pray that you even follow your set and graduate.
Yes, actually.
Pray. MCB will stress you. MCB will do this. Anyway, thank God for those stress.
Because that made you study harder.
It made me study harder. I said, what have I done? Let me choose this, So yeah, thank God.
Wow, okay. So let's move on. Like, I'm really having so much fun.
Yeah.
We need to move on to the next one.
All right.
Okay, so let's actually talk about your CGPA.
Okay.
So throughout your studies, because this is really, really amazing, in a course that is as scary as that, as stressful as that, because let's forget that you have passion for it. It's actually it's quite stressful studying things that you can't see.
Yeah,
you have to use your imagination.
You have to read. You have to do practicals actually.
Exactly. So
and then with the use of the microscope, you get to see them. Yeah.
So what strategies, like, what was your strategy from year one? Like, what was your strategy what would you say? What were your strategies?
Should I say something I did differently?
Yes. Okay. Not differently, but this is your plan. This is your technique. What would you say this was your technique in school?
All right. So I miss being, right from my secondary school. I was actually good. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it to myself. I was actually good, So, Apple does not fall far. You understand that thing? Yes. So I was actually good from secondary school. That's the truth. Even getting into UNN with a post-UTME score of 313. In fact, I got into microbiology with an average score of 292.
Wow.
In my JAMB, and I was the first on the primary admission list.
Yes.
So yeah. So outside that one, I was good. I'm too good actually. Sorry. It's like you have to blow your trumpets now.
Who else will blow?
Wait, who else will blow it? Okay, so
you have to blow it for all.
Yeah. But then outside that, coming into the university, outside passion, outside what, I'm the one that put the course, outside whatever, coming into the university, I told myself, this is for you. I mean, that your surname is your last name and not your first name. Do you get?
Yeah.
So everybody will answer their first name.
Yeah.
So anything you are doing, you're not doing it for your parents at home. You're not doing it for your uncles. You're not doing it it's for yourself. So I had to tell myself, Chiwendu, this school, you are outside the advice. No, normal now. If you are going inside university, they'll bombard you with advice. Don't follow bad, whatever.
Good friends.
One thing I
read your
told, I was
books.
so real to myself. I told myself, you are alone in this journey. This is for you. Anything you are doing it for Chiwendu.
Yeah.
You are doing it for yourself. So yes, that was number one because it kept ringing to my ears. You know, whenever I want to, do as if I want to do
can't kill
it,
myself.
or I can't kill myself, I'll be like, hey, it's for you. You know, that thing alone that you actually want to be great. Yeah, that was one thing. That was one thing. And at some point, that was what remembering that, I had to just, when sleep come, you remember that you know how we actually struggled now.
Honestly.
You know, I went for night classes. Anyway, that's number. It was not easy. You know, you're saying it.
You have to
It was
keep
not easy. You push, and then that was it, number one. And then the second part is that I attend classes. You know, some people used to talk about or maybe it was my department. Maybe it was my department thing. Or then it was not even department thing because we also took courses outside microbiology.
Yes.
We went to chem classes and what have you. So if you're not in the class, you will seem lost. I don't know how people just try to just copy notes from people, even if
Or
you're
just stay home and read textbooks. Because I always
another
say
thing is why are you at home? Like I'll just be like, why are you staying at home? Why did they pay your school fees? No, make it clear. Why was school fees? If we could just stay at home and read all this thing, and maybe 1 week everybody will travel from home and come and write exams. So when I remember, this is even the reason why
you're here.
Let me just go. This is the actual education.
Not
let me just go and
exams.
watch those lecturers. Let me just go and listen to them.
Yeah.
So and then it helps because there are some classes that you will not understand if you are not in the class. There are some that you will not understand.
Yeah.
Even if you don't even understand it, just be there. You get maybe the lecturer will drop one or more.
Actually, something that is very
It's
important.
very important. Even if you don't understand, some people they don't even understand inside there. But then when they come out and then they meet someone or then they do their own personal study, the whole thing will not make sense because they actually heard. They'll be like, oh yes, so I heard the man. Okay, that's what he was saying. But then when you were not even there, whatever the person tells you is what you have. And then I don't know whether you are still going to be outstanding in that lane. Yeah. But actually, what worked for me was that I tried to attend classes. I could rate myself in 92% total classes. Yes, I tried. With the whole faculty, it's a whole lot. You are going to run. You are going to also for seats. Remember now? Getting front seat, and then we that have good sights now.
Thank you.
If you are at the back, go to love.
Forget
it's over.
It's as though you didn't come.
It's as though you didn't come. So so I attended classes and I tried to do. Obviously, attending classes was not enough. Because most of the times, just that 1 hour with that lecturer, they don't teach. They don't tend to teach. Only few of them, you understand? And that's not they're just there to actually lecture you. So after that class, I create time. Yes, and that's another thing. Time management. Time management. After the class, you already know that once you have already registered this course, that you are going to write this exam. Yeah. So why don't you give it to your best? And again, whatever that is worth doing, is worth doing well. So even if people will be like, what will you do after here? Get it first now.
Thank you.
Get it. At least if you now get it and then there is no use, and then there's then when you don't have it and then they're not asking for it, you get so anything worth doing. If not, quit school. You get quit school, go and do other things with your
Go and learn a
skill.
But if you are
in school, give it your all.
Yeah.
I'll still talk about the part of other things. I'm not trying to say anyway, me personally, that was not the whole. I was not all about school. But then when it reached that my coursework, those things, and that's where time management comes in.
Yeah.
Knowing how to divide your time and knowing that school should have a draft in your timetable. You should have a number.
Yeah.
You should have a number. So that was another thing. And then I did all forms of reading. I did night class reading.
Oh yes.
I did night class reading.
Yes.
You have to make up time for those other time you used to play around and what have you. So I did night class reading. I did daytime reading. So I just feel like whatever worked for anybody, you get. But for me, night class worked for me. Daytime reading worked for me. And so I would say time management. I would say I usually attend classes and I watch a whole lot of YouTube videos. Yes, I watch a whole lot of YouTube. You see those Indian guys, you see like they are just
If an
best in
Indian guy
explaining
is
things.
not talking about it, it's not important.
It's not important on YouTube. Like I watch them. I watch
They
a
talk
whole
about
lot of
everything,
YouTube. You know, I
yes.
could even just lie down in the comfort of my hostel room, and I am watching these things. Why am I doing it? I remember I'm not doing it just because I just want to get the microbiology, whatever. I'm doing it because of myself. I'm doing it because I want to know this.
Yes.
And again, I always had that thing of I don't want to be a half-baked graduate. You know that thing that read in what's it called, Nollywood? You know,
Yes.
they say half-baked graduate. You know, you just finished school, you wasted your. I was always scared of that. And like, okay, since I'm here, I'm going to get it, and I'm going to get it right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow,
I would just
wow,
say
wow,
these
wow.
are the few. And then whenever you don't understand something, like me now, whenever I don't get something, you know that group reading stuff, you could
really
even
works. I
really
use that
works.
in
You know,
third year and it
people
works
that
for me.
yes,
It works for me.
people that actually understood it. That time now, I had friends from chemistry because I felt like okay, this is people's cause. People have a whole
edge
yes, people
over
have
us.
an strength in it, and then we come around talk about these things and then smash it because there is nothing impossible. Yeah. So,
Wow. She does drop it. I really hope you were listening. I don't even know. I don't know which one to emphasize
to
on. Which
emphasize
one to
on, yeah.
because all of them are equally. You see that one of
Actually, that's just the.
You see
That's
that
just
group
a few.
reading?
Yes, that
That
group.
group
You know,
reading
setting
really,
up. Yeah.
really helps because there are times that you will come, even that night class. There are times you will come for night class and at a
The
point
vibe will not
you
even.
can't go again.
You cannot do
It's
anything.
now those friends. It's
Yeah,
now
those
those
friends
that
have
will
led
push you.
that will push you, or maybe
Especially
someone
that-
will be just be talking about something, and it will just be there. You have heard it, but maybe you have read it a million times. You did not pick that point.
Yeah. I should also say something about not wanting to be a half-baked graduate.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us out there were just reading to pass exams. And it shows. It shows in your grades. You know, la crème la poor, that's what we call it. But when you tell yourself that I came this particular course,
Yeah.
I am in it. If I must be in it, then I must know everything about it. That's when you start from the beginning of the semester. You're just what find out what works for you.
Yeah, find out what works for you. Very, very important. Okay, wait, can I think of anything that didn't work for me? Although after classes, like if I don't have notes, like let's say notes like missing notes, I try to write them. But you see that time that my head is hot, I'll go home.
Sleep.
I cannot say I'm not understanding it. I will stay on it. I will sleep. Actually, I used to tell my friends that I slept more than I read in this school.
Jesus.
But actually, that's just you see that time that your head is saturated. I will sleep. Like you see me in night class, like at that point, and maybe you might think I'm used. Look at this one. You came to night class, you're sleeping. You will not know that I have. You see that 2 hours of a good study is better than 24 hours of deceiving yourself.
No, you need to say it again. Say it again.
2 hours of effective study is better than 24 hours of deceiving yourself. You just carry book. You like don't know what you're reading. You're like
You read one paragraph five times.
No, you have to give your brain. You have to give your brain some rest.
Something that will take you
Yes.
1 hour,
Something that
30
will take
minutes
you 1
to
hour.
learn. But because you're sleep deprived, you will spend 5 hours.
Spend 5 hours
you
on and
still not get it.
you still not get it actually.
You still not get
whenever it gets to that point, I'm not among those people that they don't give themselves that. I sleep. I'll first eat so that the sleep will be long. I sleep and then the good part of it is that when I sleep and wake up, I feel good and my brain relaxes. And then early morning study.
There's this few good hormones that
Early morning study was it too. You see that 3, 4, 5. Let's say maybe you have slept, then you now woke up. 3, 4, 5 was it again for me. Like that early morning before maybe preparing for class. You know that early morning we used to chat. Yeah. Sometimes I'll even chat small and then get back to it. You know that you have already slept and your brain is fresh to taking a lot of things. Yeah. So yeah.
No, that one is really, really important. I was even watching like YouTube videos on it.
Yeah.
You know, when you want to read and you're finding your stress, don't just come back from
Don't just come back and then you want to kill yourself. You say akada. You say morning till day break. You understand?
all those things.
No, I'm not saying you should just sleep. Do you get? But then when your brain, like you're going to feel it. You feel that this thing is not entering. Give yourself something. You can even take a walk.
Yeah.
You know, just rest up and then come back to it.
Because anything you're
Yeah.
doing then is just
It's just waste.
diminishing returns. Okay, so I feel like we have really, really talked on this topic, but I feel like we should do a separate video and then dissect
And then dissect
one by one. Honestly, you see that time management, you see
Yeah,
that
time management.
we really need to talk about it. But okay, so speaking on the time management, because you were saying something, you were like, academics was not the only thing I was involved in school.
It wasn't.
Because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you came to school, you need to focus on your studies. This is what you came for. Can you talk about your extracurricular activities? Like, were you involved in extracurricular activities, things like maybe volunteering at a club or internships or church or your social life even? So like, what's kind of, were you involved in extracurricular activities?
Yes.
You were.
A whole lot of them.
Jesus.
A whole lot of them.
Jesus.
Yes, a whole lot of them. You know, some people feel like my social life is on a zero. But then my friends, people that know me, they know it's not on a zero.
Wow.
They know that it's just like, they know Chiwendu, like it has never been on a zero right from secondary school. So I cannot come here and now for me to be on a zero. It's not possible. You know, that aspect of you will always show. So yeah, speaking on extracurricular activities, you know, I juggled politics.
Okay, yes.
Or should I say leadership?
Yeah.
You know, there's a, you know, but yes, I was into school politics. Yes. I miss that. Let's not even start from home. You know, I was my class assistant class rep from first year to final year. I was my class assistant class rep. I was a major stakeholder in NIMS. That's my department's association.
Yeah.
And I was the deputy speaker, House of Representative, SCG UNN.
Wow.
Do you get? So I was in House of Rep SCG, and then not to like, and then in my church, you know, I had a whole lot of position. I was the assistant general coordinator of our first year forum.
Wow.
Yes, of our like when we were in first year before we now joined the general whatever. So I actually juggled a whole lot of things. And again, I was into data analysis, or I mean, I'm still into it. I'm still learning. Yes, so I had to pick up some skills because everything is just, you know, there's a way you will move. You can't. Why we are here is to be educated. And then there are some while at it, you have to pick up some things.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
speaking with people, speaking with your friends, you even start, you know, finding passion in a whole lot of other things.
Areas,
and then that you know that maybe after school you can even maybe explore. You know, some persons did not even know that they could do some things till they got into the university.
Yeah.
Some persons did not know. So yeah, giving yourself, I was involved in a whole lot of them. I think yeah, that's the ones that
So
can remember.
you were an all-rounded student.
I was an all-round though.
Wow.
I was an all-rounded
You
student.
don't have to kill other parts of your life.
I did not kill that part of my life.
for you to be
It's anything they are
successful.
doing, I was involved. Like, you know, okay, let me not say anything, no. But then I went for department, but I was always keen about the ones that are hosted by school and departments. Yeah, so I was always keen. You know, that department dinner night, what have you, yes.
Yes.
So yeah.
Went for that.
Yeah.
Wow. I know why I let her just speak, so that you will hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill other parts of your life for you to be successful in your academics. Because a lot of people say
Exactly.
this. So she was involved in church, she was
Yes.
involved in leadership, and you know, actually,
Volunteering. We didn't even talk about volunteering.
are you serious?
Yes, I was a member of my department water and public health research group. In fact, we even went to Ichiago. You know, we did a water conference hosted, sponsored by World Health Organization actually. And then I also attended few medical outreaches. Yeah, so there was that and giving back to the community.
Yes, and these things will actually even help you in your course.
Actually, it does.
It will help you in your
does.
It will open your mind.
Yeah. Talk about that. I was always on the lookout for internship opportunities. You know, things outside the niche of where you are. You know, I was that go-getter. I was always that, you know, moving.
You were
So
not waiting for them
I was
to
not waiting.
look for them
and apply. Yes. Now talk about scholarship opportunities. Okay. Yes, those ones were still tied to the academies. But then
Did you
there
apply
was
for scholarships?
Yes, a whole lot of them.
I've noticed this trend a lot. No, really. No, I have to say it. I've noticed this trend because I watched a lot of videos of people that had high CGPAs. And I've noticed a lot of people that come out with high CGPAs apply for scholarships. And they say, don't apply for just one. Go for 2, 3, 4. And
I had 3. I had 3.
Thank you.
It makes you be a big girl or a big boy in school, actually. And then you can focus. You don't need to think about
money,
how to make money.
stuff like that, because you are being sponsored. Your brain. This is actually a very, very important point. So if you're someone out there in first year, second year, I think there are still scholarships available for third year.
Yes, there are. Even final year, there are ones that just give research grants, to help you in
for your project.
Yes, for your project. There was even one I applied, but I did not get to.
So
but it's okay.
I had someone on the show. They're lost. I had someone on the show a few weeks ago, and he was talking about like he applied for about 50 scholarships, and he's on multiple scholarships right now.
Actually, do you know the thing? You get to network.
Thank you.
Because when you meet numerous scholars, I think NHEF even sponsors them to Lagos, take them on I think they even went to Lagos business schools. Like most of these scholars, most of this scholarship is not just your academy. You're also looking at internship. For example, those of them in engineering, you now see them interning at Seplat, NNPC, and what have you. And then from there, who knows?
Their connections are great. That's how people get big. That's how the rich get richer, because you begin to know
a whole lot
in a particular niche of
than just being at your particular spot. In fact, I even attended a summer vacation studentship at Biochemical Society, organized by Biochemical Society of England.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, but and then we got to know about.
How did you get to know about it?
Twitter. I was on Twitter. Some people say that you are, when you're academics or what. I was not like that. To me, I used to dance on TikTok. Actually, so I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram. When I went viral, when our induction went viral, people were like, I know that this girl will not be on social media. I had to come down and say, nah, I'm here. You get? So because, and then what matters is what you actually taking, at least as a student. So I was always on the lookout. So my TL will always be looking like those things. So that was when I got to know about, and the funny thing, they were actually talking about enzyme activity even before we did 301.
So you already had
I could even use R Studio. I was the one that told Dr. Ezike that we could use software to do that. And then after the whole, how the whole practical went, you now had to bring up something. So
Wow.
Actually,
wow. So please apply for internships. And one thing she said is be proactive. Like go for the internships, go online, research them, look for them. And not just that, people have this lack of self-confidence, like, if I apply, I won't get it.
And so, what's the worst thing that can happen? No. What's
the worst they can do to you?
That's the worst thing. And the one is going to beat you. And then when that one big offer comes, you feel so much joy.
Yeah, that actually, wow. And myself, I'm even learning.
Okay.
That's one thing I'm going to redo if I were to go back.
It's all right.
Do again. I'm doing it, honestly. Okay, so we're going to talk about your plans for the future, because speaking on these things, I'm seeing that you're an all-rounded candidate. Like, if you were to apply anywhere, the leadership is there, the academics is there. So I mean, the world is your oyster. Where are you going from here?
All right. So speaking of where I'm going from here, you know that after graduation vibe, there's a whole lot of things on your head, and they're telling you that you can do whatever you set your mind to, and then it's just so overwhelming. But the plan has always been to become a lecturer.
So you're still on that path?
Yeah, I'm still on that path. Not really lecturer now, but the path is to be on academia.
Okay.
I want to be able to, teach the next
generation.
Yes. So I plan to start looking at graduate school application and what have you, master's, PhD on a particular niche, still in microbiology.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the plan for
me.
Lovely.
That's wonderful. I can't wait to. She's an awesome teacher. I should know. She has taught me. I should know, and you already started practicing that even while whenever she would organize. There was this particular one she organized on one MCB course. Like, I never liked MCB. How could I forget? I never liked MCB, and then she organized. It was like after she organized, people were like, "Oh, thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy," and it was really good. So Go for it. It will make all the
Sure,
difference because
sure, yeah.
right now in Nigeria we're looking for good teachers.
Yes,
Like we're looking
that
for passionate
impact.
teachers.
Yeah,
And
passionate
so,
teachers, not just the one that
even if you're traveling out, come back to us.
it's
Yeah?
all right.
Even if you go out and do it,
I'll
come back
think
to
about
us.
it.
So don't think about it. Come back.
No problem, no problem.
Come back to us. We need
No
you.
problem. It's
We
okay,
need
no
just
problem.
come back. Let them. They will pay you. We will
All
pay
right.
you. We'll
No,
pay you well.
no, it's all right.
That's
It's
one thing.
okay.
That's one thing that is very sad about Nigerians and Nigeria as a whole. We end up losing our best brains because by the time you
That's
go out,
that's the brain drain. Because I mean, who wants to come and do masters in Nigeria and then have to strike?
it's not even the
I don't
masters.
know.
Like after doing masters outside, and you're now looking back. Okay, so what are the job prospects?
What
I
are
want
the
to
job-
come
I
back
want to
and
come
help
back.
my
What do
people.
I-
I want to teach, and
Is
you're
that
looking
sad,
at and they
right?
are paying you so little compared to what you've achieved, compared to the
Actually.
effort you've put in.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, and that's the reason why a lot of us are leaving. But
Yeah, actually, back to that. I also have a plan of setting up something. It's not clear yet, but I know I want to be able to give back to the society.
yes,
I want to be able to give. I don't know what it's looking like in my head yet.
Yeah.
Maybe because I am not there yet.
Yes.
But I know I want to look into this aspect of the younger generation losing passion about something or what have you.
Yes.
I know I see myself,
Yeah.
talking to people, telling them that see this thing that they told you you can't do, that I can actually do it.
Yes.
I don't know the form is going to come,
Yes,
but I'm actually looking forward to
Wow,
that.
wow. As in, I will be cheering you on.
Thank you.
You can just start on wherever I am. I will be cheering. Go for it. You got this. You
Thank
got
you.
this because
Thank
honestly,
you.
the generation that is coming up, I don't know what's gonna become of them. Everything that let's not go into it.
Let's not go in.
Let's not go. Yes,
It's a lot.
you're still in a happy mood. You're
Yeah,
still in a happy
yeah,
mood.
yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so we're going to talk about people. What people like? Are there any significant people that you feel have contributed to your success academically?
Yes,
Wow.
a whole lot of them. I can't even deny the facts and the role each and every one of them played. If I even start listing names, maybe we'll not leave here because at some point, you're even talking about to the academics. Sometimes you are down, the emotional side, the mental side, and you have someone cheering you on, telling you can do this.
Yes.
They'll tell you this course is this, that,
Yeah.
and you talk to someone about it. And yeah, first of all, God. God is a great being in my life because who am I?
She's always posting on her
Yes.
status.
God is helping me. yes. And then he's helping me. I can't even
Yeah.
say he helped me.
Yes.
It's still
helping
he's still on
you,
that job.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, God. My whole thanks goes to God Almighty, for the whole clarity,
Yeah.
down to those times that there are sometimes you be like and you just see yourself much you yourself, you went to UNN. You
Yes.
know how UNN can
Yes,
be.
I
You know the whole frustration and all. And then there were amazing people I met in my first year. And that's why anybody that tries to come to me, especially this younger one, you know that phrase, catch them young. Because most times when they miss it in their first year or what have you,
Yes.
before you back, it's hard. You're meant to
Hard to
bounce,
come back,
but
yes.
it's hard to
Hard to
come back.
bounce back.
So yeah, I met amazing people in my first year. I met Ruben, just to mention but a few. I met Ruben. Then my roommate Nelly, and Nelly was a very strong support system as well. You know that those times he will come back and then your roommates will cook. If it's for use that food and calm down first. Use that food. If I had the whole person in anyway, at 3 to 5. After my first year, they were amazing. Amaka, Ugona, and then they were friends. They were friends. They were even older, like senior colleagues. They were also people I knew from home in US. Yes, mentors. Yeah, Ruben was my mentor in my first year.
Wow.
Ruben was, so yeah, he was always, and he also read microbiology. And then on a bigger side of it, my family, my siblings. You know that thing, you are last born and everybody. In fact, my siblings were like, enough of 2-1. You have to come back. Enough of 2-1 in this family. You have to make that first class. And just that one, thinking of that one alone. And then they were always there. Sending money, pressing money too. Pressing money. You know that so that you'll be able to eat up,
just
drink,
Thank you.
to move on.
Thank
to
you,
move on. So yeah.
honestly.
And then there were a whole lot of them. And then friends in the same class, those people that share the same vision, and then they could run around, senior colleagues, Ikana Victor, and then Obiora.
Yes.
Obiora is a very good friend. He's a very
Oh no,
Like-
no. Happiness needs to be given an award. Like,
Actually.
just give it to her and be like best friend ever. Do you know how many night classes she has pushed me?
I even saying happiness herself, like even the whole looking for who to go to the night class with. That's another thing. You might feel like only you cannot go because you don't know. You know, it can be dangerous.
She's always passionate.
She's always passionate. You see how she's packing her bag. Come on.
You have to go.
Yeah, there are a lot of them. Winner, a beret, a whole lot. I can't even mention everybody.
So please surround yourself with the right people. Like from the get-go. If right now you look around you and you can't find one person that's trying to achieve that same goal you achieve.
How?
No. You need to find a new set of people. And go to that front seat. Find those people that look into the lecturer's mouth. They know something you don't.
They know something you don't actually.
They do. Or those people that are getting those high grades. They mustn't sit in front actually, but as long as they are achieving that same thing,
they are going to know. When results comes out, you are going to know.
Yes.
Walk up to them. It doesn't harm.
They say that everybody got an F in that course, and
you see someone with
but
A.
You see someone that has that. How did that person?
Why the person?
How did that person get close to the person? Always find out. Always
find, like, you know, because you want to do better.
Yes.
Because you want to do better.
Just one thing I've noticed about you, one consistent trait, is that thing of proactiveness.
Yes.
Go and talk to that person. Go and apply for that opportunity.
I used to be like, there's nobody I cannot talk to. I don't know what's giving me that vibes. But then, that's the truth.
Yes.
Because I'll always be like, I can do this. So why don't I? And I will move. And then, even if in your clique, you don't have that one person pushing it, you can also be the person pushing it. But then don't be the person draining the whole energy. Don't be the person draining the energy.
And then one very important this is, as in, I don't think there's any day she doesn't post it. God is helping me.
Yeah, God is helping me.
That part, because try as hard as you can. There are things you can't control.
Yeah, there are things, you know.
And God is always that force.
There is a supreme being that oversees it all, you know.
Okay, this question. If you were given the opportunity to go back to school and start your degree all over again, what would you do differently? Like, what would you do differently?
Okay, what would I do differently? Okay, this is a hard one.
I know, right? Because generally you achieve a lot of things that you wanted.
I feel like everything was right. Anyway, everything. Okay, what would I do differently? What I would do differently? He's not coming. I don't think there's anything I would have done. Okay, what would I have done differently? It's not coming. No. Okay, I would have read my JSP 101 things very well. I did not just you. Yes, I would have done that very well because that B in that course, 68B, keep paying me up to now. And there were things I actually neglected. You know, most times when grade come out, you know you did not do it. Yeah. So when I should be happy for the bill, because I would have landed in maybe C or D. So I would have read that course better.
Actually, that's a question I did want to ask you. Were there any courses that were difficult for you? Like,
okay, I wouldn't say
this course was actually really difficult for you, or you had to do something extra.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
See, dear.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Wow.
Sorry.
Wow. So how were you able to
see there? Because I feel like I was not business inclined, the whole thing it was, but because I told myself this is a course I've registered, so I have to give it my best. And then some of the lecturers, they were actually fun, they could talk about these things very well. Some of them. So I just had to put my mind, and then people will be like, this course, and it was a general course, and then we wrote it after our major exams. So the only thing I had to give it my best, and it still came out. I got B and A, so I don't know.
Okay, finally, what advice would you give to current and future undergraduates?
Okay, my dear undergraduates, the journey is not easy, is not even a straightforward whatever. But then one thing I want to say is that whatever that is worth doing well. And then if you push yourself to it, you have the energy of a dynamo, right? So you can do whatever you set your mind to do. Even if the whole economy or whatever is screaming not what it's just do your best, pray to God, just give it your best. Give it your best. Kwechiri, yes, there's one of my friends. You always say, Victor, Kwechiri, don't give up. Don't give up. Everything will be fine. Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I know you've learned a lot. I know. Now go and put those things into practice. This has been Fortune and Aneke Chiwendu on My School News TV.
See you again.
Bye.